Hi, welcome back to Tom's Life. Today's Sunday special is taco soup. So the ingredients you need is lean beef mince, 1 onion, garlic, 1 red chilli, 5 mushrooms, one tin of chopped tomatoes, 1 tin of mixed beans, 1 tin of sweet corn, fresh coriander, salt and ground black pepper. For your spices you need cumin, Cajun and chilli powder. So first step, we're going to prep all our ingredients. I'm going to start off with the mushrooms. So first step, you want to prep your mushrooms. You first want to start slicing them into pieces, just like that. So you just keep slicing them, just like that. And once you have sliced them, you get a bowl. You put them in a bowl and you'll keep doing that. You want thin pieces. So next step, you're going to prep your coriander. You want to take all the leaves off the stalks. So you're just pulling all the leaves off the stalks. You just want to trim it till you get all the leaves off. You can use a little bit of the stalks if you can't get it all off. And then what you're doing is you're just gonna finally slice the leaves when you have picked all the leaves off the stalks. So once you have took all your leaves, the coriander leaves off your stalks, you just first want to slice them one way, just like that. Then what you want to do is you want to bring them all back together into a ball, and then you just want to give them one final slice so it's nice and fine. And then you chopped it the other way, just like that. I like it that fine, so I'm going to leave it like that. It's up to you how fine you want to do it. Then you get a bowl. You place all your coriander in, and you'll place that in at the end. So next step, we're going to prep our garlic. You'll get 2 garlic cloves. You first just want to trim the ends, just like that. Then you want to peel all the skin off your garlic. Just like that. Now you're going to place your knife on top of your garlic. You press down really well. You start slicing it. Always remember to keep your fingers out the way. Bring it all back together and just give it a final slice into little pieces. Just like that. Then you get a little bowl. You place all your garlic in, and you do the same with your other garlic clove. So next step, we're going to prep our onion. You're first going to chop your end off. I like the flatness so it's more easy to chop. Then you're going to chop it down the middle. Then you trim the other ends. You peel 2 layers of the skin off, just like that. Next, once you have peeled your onion, you first want to slice it, not all the way through, just like that. Then you turn it around and then you just want to start chopping it like that, and then as it hasn't gone all the way through, just give it a final chop. Just move your fingers out the way. You don't want to have big chunks, but you don't want to have small chunks. That will do. You want to have medium. And then you're going to get your bowl with your garlic, and you're going to place all your onion in with your garlic. You do the same with your other half of onion. So next step, you're going to prep your chilli. You're first going to chop your end off and your other end. Then you're going to chop it down the middle. So what you can either do, you can either take the seeds out or keep them in. I'm going to keep them in to give them a bit of heatness, a bit of heat, but that's up to you. So you just chop it down the middle again, and you just want to slice them into little pieces. Always remember to move your fingers out the way. Just like that. Now we're going to place our red chilli pieces in with our onion and garlic. And like what I always say after when you have used red chilies is to always wash your hands good, because you don't want them to go near your face. So next step, we're going to switch on the hob. You want to set it to high. You want to get the pan and place that on the ring just like that. Give that a few minutes to heat up. Now you want to spray a few bits of fry light in your pan. Just like that. Now you want to place all your mince in. And what you want to do is you want to get a wooden spoon. You want to start breaking that up so it starts to sizzle. So we're just breaking that up for a few minutes so our mince can go nice and brown. You don't want it to be too fine, but you want to have it broke up into pieces so you can still see the mince in your taco soup. And then you want to wait for that. What we're going to do is just going to keep stirring that till it starts to sizzle. And then once it's nice and brown, we add in our onion, garlic and chilli. But I show you that when we are getting to that stage. You'll just give this another minute or two, and then you add in your onion, garlic and chilli. And then what we'll do is brown them together, and that will give flavour to our mince. Now you want to get your onion, garlic and chilli, and you want to toss all that in. Get that all out of your bowl. And now you want to stir that in with your mince. This will give flavour, and you'll start to smell your onions, garlic and chilli cooking in with your mince. We just want them to go nice and soft before we add in our mushrooms. We'll take a few minutes. We just want to give a flavour to our mince. Now you want to add in your mushrooms and and also your coriander. This will give flavour. You want to start giving this a little bit of a stir in to our mince, onions, garlic and chilli. And in a minute we add in our tin tomatoes, our sweet corn and mixed beans. We'll give that a little bit of a stir, and then we add in our spices and seasoning. Any little bits of coriander or garlic get stuck to the bottom of the pan because we add in our tomatoes and mixed beans, the juice, and that will bring everything off the bottom of the pan. Now you want to add in the sweet corn. So what we're doing is we're just starting to add the sweet corn into the pan. Just give that a little bit of stir in for a minute. And then, so what you're doing, you're adding in your tin can step by step. So we're just adding in our sweet corn. You want to add this in for a minute or two. You want to give it a good stir in. Or the juices from the sweet corn too. That will give flavour. And that'll make a bit of a sauce. Then we're adding, you can either add in your chopped tomatoes and mixed beans, or you can add in your spices. It's up to you how you do it. Now you want to add in all your mixed beans and juice. We give that a little bit of a stir for a minute or two. So that gives flavour to the pan. Like I said before, it's optional how you do it. And then once we've given our mixed beans a good stir in, everything what's in the pan, and this will start to give flavour to our sauce. We add in our chopped tomatoes and our spices and some seasoning, and then you will lower it so it starts to thicken, but not reduce down well, because you want a little bit of a sauce texture. You can do all different kinds of different fillings for your soup. So we're just adding in the mixed beans, just like that. Do this for a minute or two. So now you want to add in your chopped tomatoes. You get them all out. You give that a little bit of a stir in. You might want to lower the heat a little bit. As you can see, I've lowered my hob to medium, and you just want to give your tomatoes a little bit of a stir in. Before you put the lid on, you add in your spices and seasoning, and then you just want this to thicken and reduce. Not reduce down. You don't want it to reduce down to water. You just want to have a bit of sauce for your taco soup. Now you want to start adding in your spices. You start off with a little bit of chili powder. A little bit of Cajun. And some Cumin. You give that all a little bit of a stir first, and then you add in some salt and ground black pepper, and then you'll put the lid on, and then let that simmer and thicken. These are my spices I'm using for my taco soup. You could also use a taco season packet if you don't want to use, if you don't want to shake them in. You can just open a packet. If you don't have them spices, you can use a spice packet. And now we're going to add in some seasoning. You're going to start adding in some ground black pepper. And a little bit of ground salt. Then you shake that all off your hands into the pan. And then you give that one final stir. Then you put it on, then you knock the heat down to low, and then you put the lid on so this can thicken, and you won't evaporate some of the sauce, but you want to keep enough so it's like a good texture. Now you want to place the lid on, and you want that to simmer and thicken for 5 to 10 minutes. So you make a nice sauce and marinate all your spices into the pan. So what you're going to do is you're going to put a portion of your taco soup in a bowl, and then if you want, you can put some toppings on. You can put some grated cheese, sour cream, if you want to cool it down, and if you want to keep it, and if it's not too hot for you and you want to make it more spicy, you can add some jalapenos on top. So this is how you make my taco soup. I hope you like this. Keep sharing, subscribe, and thank you.